All right. All right, what's going on, everybody? Good evening if you're on the East Coast and Central Time, and good afternoon if you're living on the West Coast. Welcome to another edition of Triple Threat Wrestling Radio. We are live. You can hear us on itmiradio.com. And I know that Vamp from WICU Radio is in the chat room right now, and well, he was, now he's gone. But welcome everyone. If you're listening to us right here on itmiradio.com, Jeff is joining me right now. What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Good. Just coming off of the Red Bastard Sports Show. That was a pretty cool show right there.
Thanks, buddy.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we do, huh?
Leading up to the Survivor Series this coming Sunday night, New York City at the new Madison Square Garden. Also, I will recap TNA's Turning Point pay-per-view, and we'll get to some more WWE stuff and TNA, and an interview tonight with Leva Bates, indie pro wrestler, right from Florida. So, Kenny, Jeff turned me into a bastard. Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, you turned my friend that I've known
against you.
No, you didn't turn. No, you didn't turn. You didn't turn him against me. You just turned him into a bastard.
I turned him into a bastard. I turned him into one of my people, man.
That's. If you look up to Jeff, Andrew.
I think that's funny, dude.
Yes.
I think that's great.
I'm not gonna lie. That is funny.
I think that's hilarious.
If you look up the If you look up the Jeff Escal, then I don't know what
Andrew.
to say about you.
Thanks, Andrew. You're the man. There's only one thing I don't like about Andrew. There's only one thing I don't like about Andrew.
Oh boy.
He's an Eagles fan. Everything else about him I like.
Oh, okay, that's fair. And Evo goes on to say, well, everyone knows if I had to follow Kenny or Jeff, it's gonna be Kenny.
Oh, thanks, Evo. What kind of shit is that?
I guess because I do have some sort of, I don't know, sanity or something. I don't know. But whatever it is, thank you, Evo. I don't know.
So is that what you were looking for, the word scruples?
I said.
Well, you saying I don't have scruples?
No, I said sanity. I said sanity, not whatever you just said.
Scruples.
Sanity. Jeff, your goatee scares me.
Where did you see me and my goatee at? There's no pictures of me out there nowhere. Oh, yes, there is. I'm sorry.
Yes, it is, man. Facebook, buddy.
You should see me now, dude. If you think that scares you, dude, I haven't shaved in months. I've been working my ass off really hard, and I've been working really hard on my internet business, getting it going and everything, and I haven't shaved in months. I'm getting ready to make a video about it. It's gonna be hilarious. Yeah.
Well, let's go
I'll
ahead.
show you guys when I get it done.
If you missed Monday Night Raw this past Monday night, it's probably a good thing.
You missed a 3-hour tour. That's what you missed.
You didn't miss much, in my opinion.
I thought it was pretty good. It was like watching a pay-per-view event for free. Right?
It was, to me, it just wasn't one of their shining moments, especially leading up to the pay-per-view.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
What the hell was Nick Foley doing?
That is an absolute good question. You know, he came in there trying to get The Rock and John Cena on the same page. He asked Cena to comes out, and you know, back in the Attitude Era, Mick Foley, who was known as Mankind, he had the what would you call it? This Is Your Life. Remember, he did that to The Rock.
Yeah, I know, but what the hell? Why him though?
Well,
I guess he's not with the other wrestling company no more, huh?
He's been a free agent for months. You know, he was released by TNA back in the summer.
So I guess they are bringing back the gang, aren't they?
Either that or that was just the one night type of deal. Besides, Mick Foley is really focusing on being a comedian. He's got a comedian tour.
I happen to think that Mick Foley's showing up pay-per-view night and going to stick it to The Rock.
You really think that he's gonna do that?
Yeah.
I don't think that's happening. That's just the.
And then after The Rock and Cena beat Miz and Truth, The Rock is going to stick it to Cena and walk out of the ring by himself.
I really don't see that happening whatsoever. I don't. That was just a friend showing another friend tough love.
Now, that was cool. I like that. He just walked in there,
He just
slammed him, and walked the fuck out and didn't say a word. I like that. That was good.
You know you are good when you just when your
And
music.
I'm glad he did it because that shit was getting boring.
The only good thing about that segment was John Cena's dad. I wanted him to keep going. He was going off on the fans.
Cena's dad. That was freaking hysterical.
It was, and John Cena
embarrassing to Cena though.
Yeah, he was like, "Please stop that."
I can't believe Cena allowed that to happen.
Yeah, but that's his
dad. Can't believe he said, "Okay, I'm down for all that."
That was his dad. I mean, he's not gonna, he's not like other people that disrespect their dads, like Randy Orton and other wrestlers in the past. He's not gonna just say, "Dad, that was the worst thing you ever did to me." He's just gonna say, "Look, just settle down." Okay, he's just settled down.
That was freaking hysterical, man. That was freaking hysterical. Hey, Kenny, are you able to watch the football game tonight? Do you have the NFL Network?
Yeah, I do have the NFL Network.
Do you? You're a rat bastard, man.
Gotta love the extra channels I get, man.
I don't have that shit. If you guys want to watch the football game and you can't because you don't have the NFL Network, let me know, and I will give you a website where you can go and watch the game, turn the volume down on the game, and listen to us until we're off the air.
Evo goes on to say Mick Foley needs to focus on being in a mental institution.
Mick Foley's going to be a comedian like I'm going to be president of the United States.
Oh, and some other WWE news. Dolph Ziggler has to do double duty once again. For the second straight pay-per-view, he's got to be in 2 matches.
Does he really?
Yeah, because this past Monday, you heard from Vicky Guerrero. Christian got injured last week doing WWE's tour overseas, right, and he won't be able to compete at Survivor Series this Sunday, so Dolph Ziggler is taking his spot. And then just announced on WWE.com, John Lehrer.
Ziggler's fighting Ryder for the belt, right?
No, he's fighting John Morrison.
He's fighting John Morrison for the belt?
Yes.
I don't think that's right. I think it should be Zack Ryder.
Well, that's what people are saying, I thought being that it's going to be 30 miles away from his hometown of Long Island, let the guy get his title match. Let him get that opportunity.
Browning Master says here that it's okay, Dolph Ziggler is to defend his title against Zack Ryder.
Go to WWE.com. It says Ziggler versus Morrison.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. Which fight, if you're Ziggler, which match do you want to have first? The one-on-one match or the big match? I would rather have the one-on-one match first, right?
The one-on-one match, most likely he will prefer, because that 5-on-5 match is going to be probably one of the longest matches of the night.
Right. And what they should do really to piss Ziggler off is right after that match with Morrison, just stay out there. We're going to have the 5-on-5 match. That would be good.
Yeah, that would probably be good. But a lot of Zack Ryder fans not happy that, and let's put it this way. He's been doing this Twitter petition thing, and he's gotten over 15,000 signatures. Now,
you want to know something? I would like to see that match, and I refuse to sign that petition. Because that's just a bunch of malarkey. Okay, I want to see that fight, but I'm not going to sign a petition to see that fight.
Well, Zack Ryder will get his title match eventually, just not this Sunday night. If for some reason they just think John Morrison, who just ended his losing streak in the expense of Dolph Ziggler, they felt okay, and he's more of an exciting wrestler than Zack Ryder. Okay, he does some. He's like a highlight where John Morrison is. So they felt okay. He's the more entertaining in the ring. Just give him the title match, and Zack Ryder would get his title a little bit later. So
I think Ryder deserves one more than Morrison was, because if I remember correctly, Ryder's beat Ziggler the last 2 times out, and Morrison lost to Ziggler last time out, correct?
well, if you want to say the last time, over a week ago, it was Morrison who defeated Ziggler. A week before Morrison was Ryder. He defeated him. So Ryder,
Yeah, but Ryder has always been defeating Ziggler,
yeah,
right?
he's always beaten them 3-4 times over the last
Right.
month.
So it's gotta be Ziggler, man.
If not, just put him, make it a triple threat match. At
Exactly.
least. Make it a triple threat match. At least
Maybe the WWE universe and all those petitions, and maybe at the match they say, okay, listen, instead of this being a one-on-one, we're going to make it a triple threat match for the belt. And that's even going to piss fucking Ziggler off even more, which would be great.
So yeah,
Right?
that it may be that's what it looks like right now. Maybe with the signature, might as well be considered a storyline. Make it like give it him a loophole, give him a tweak things up. Laurinaitis, maybe he'll tweak things up a little bit.
Hey, Andrew. Vicky, I can't stand that screaming shit. Okay, that needs to stop. Maybe either Ziggler or freaking what's the other guy?
Swagger.
Maybe Swagger or Ziggler could stick his cock in her mouth and shut the fuck up. Make her be quiet, because that voice has got to go, man. That's got to stop. That's just annoying as all hell.
It's annoying, but it works with her, and she gets
Annoying.
She gets a big ovation.
Excuse me! Excuse me!
It gets her
Shut the fuck up.
I think I would rather hear Vicky than Melina. Thank God, don't have to hear her battle
I'd like
cry.
to see The Rock come out, and while she's doing that, he'd come out and say, "Nobody cares what you have to say."
The Rock was great on Monday. I will say
know.
that he and Cena going back and forth. Also,
I like when they attacked those guys, and then Cena took the Miz off his shoulders and freaking gave him the slam, and then walked out of the ring, and John Cena was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, he was going for a double A, and then Rock took Miz off of Cena and went for the Rock bottom.
Right. That was pretty funny, huh?
Yeah.
Then Rock just jumped out of the ring and split, and Cena's standing there going, "Huh?" And then Rock does the "You can't see me."
And they were going back and forth, and Cena was saying about Rock being via satellite, and then Rock was saying Cena's lady parts. I mean, they went back and forth, which made Awesome Truth mad as hell. Even though this is going to be The Rock's first match in 7 years, and I have the DVD of his last match he was on.
He's big, ain't he? He's a lot bigger now, ain't he?
He is a lot big. He's more built than what he was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
It was on Sunday, March 14th, 2004. WrestleMania.
That's my birthday.
20. Really?
March 14th. Yes, that's my birthday.
Sunday, March 14th, 2004, at WrestleMania 20 at Madison Square Garden, New York City. That was his last match that he had. So,
we got a big match coming up in April, don't we, between The Rock and Cena, right?
Yeah, April 1st, 2012.
So this is just the prelude to that match right here.
There you go. It's a prelude.
So I'm telling you, man, those guys, I'm telling you what's going to happen. Cena and Rock are going to win, and then The Rock's going to do the rock bottom on Cena and just walk out of the ring, and he's going to leave all 3 of those guys laying in the ring.
I can definitely see that. Maybe Cena gets his revenge, because let's not forget, WrestleMania earlier this year, it was The Rock who cost John Cena the WWE Championship. So maybe after the match is over, win or lose, and
maybe they go at it a little bit.
Yeah, they go at it, just and then Cena gets the last laugh.
Right, and the show goes off the air, and we're all sitting around waiting for tomorrow.
Yeah,
sons of bitches, right?
Yeah, they just do that, man.
Sons of bitches.
They just cuts the thought.
And what's the deal with the 2 broads, the Amazon bitch and the Heart bitch? What's the deal with them? They're turning them into Gonna make you cry. Gonna
Yeah.
make you cry. Then she turned around and got freaking lost and really pissed herself off, didn't she? That was great, man.
Yeah, I just don't get the whole "we're gonna make you cry" type of deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me neither. I don't understand
I
that. What's
mean,
up with
they
that?
could be badasses. I will get that. They're the bad girls. They're the heels. Pin up strong. I get that. The whole crying. Come on.
You
That's
know what? If they answer the truth, if they answer it truthfully, we wouldn't have this crime. And I think Jerry the King Lawler last week tried to get it out of the Amazon bitch. You know?
Beth
And,
Phoenix.
and I think basically I think it is because they think that Kelly and Eve and all those are too pretty, are like Barbie dolls,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Basically, that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is. So these two broads are taking upon themselves to beat them up, make them cry, so they don't look like Barbie dolls no more. I guess that's where they're going with it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they're trying to show who's in charge. They felt that the quote unquote Barbie dolls are getting more spotlight than they are, and Beth Phoenix being the current Divas champion and Natalia being the former Divas champion. I mean, those are like your top two wrestlers as far as experience and stuff. But Eve and Kelly and Fox come in with their
I'll tell you
looks
one thing though, that Kelly looks fucking hot, not magazine, eh?
at the magazine. Yeah, the Maxim
Oofa,
magazine. Yeah, the Maxim magazine just hit newsstands
Oofa.
this past Tuesday.
Right, dude? Oh my god, right, dude?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me, right?
Say what you want about Kelly. Say what you want about Kelly, but she is
That
attractive.
was smoking hot,
She's
huh?
good-
She's really pretty, huh?
She's good to look at. I will say.
How much
that.
makeup you think that broad wears?
I don't know, nor do I care. I just like looking at her.
That was nice though, huh?
Yeah.
Oofa. She's got a great smile. She's got some really nice looking teeth too.
She likes to smile a lot. Show out those teeth. She look better off in a toothpaste commercial.
What's that you saying, Browning? I bang Kelly. I think Jeff LOL. What? You ain't banging Kelly. I'll bet $1 million on it. In fact, I'll bet $1 million on it that I bang her before you.
Wow. Interesting. But come on, the Divas matches, they are so short.
I know, and it's Eve Torres going now, right?
Yeah, Eve-
For the championship on Sunday, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot longer than 2-3 minutes.
And I bet you Kelly comes out too for support. She's got to, because you know damn well that Heart Bitch is coming out.
Yeah, Natalia's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Eve and gonna have Kelly.
Hey,
Kelly
did,
on Fox.
did Kong woman have her baby yet?
Not sure yet. Not sure. I haven't heard anything from Karma, but she
Because
should.
that would be awesome, right? Have her just show right at whoever wins, just have her show up, do a body slam like she did the first time she showed up, right?
Yeah.
And start that whole thing all over again. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Right?
The Diva division.
Need somebody like her to stir it up, and they tried to do it, but the broad got pregnant.
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine you know what that chick looks like. Andrew, I know you know what Kong or whatever, Karma or whatever her name is.
She's a big
looks
girl.
like.
She's a
Can
big
you
girl.
imagine having sex with that thing?
I'm not even gonna even.
Oh my God, that's terrible. And you know she had to because she's pregnant. Unless she did in vitro fertilization, which I don't know. But hey, in order to have babies, you gotta have sex. That's unless you do the in vitro thing, and I don't know. Maybe she did, but that's just nasty. Just freaking nasty.
Give the woman a break. She is pregnant. She's about to have a child. I mean, let her be. She's not going to be known for being a Kelly. The woman has wrestled a lot longer. She's one of the best women wrestlers out there. So once she gets back from her labor and everything, the Diva division will be stirred up. And
you know what I need to do? You know what we need to do, dude? Is go find us a big chick like that, who's strong like that, teach her how to fucking wrestle, and then bring her into the WWE, and you, I manage her, make them fucking millions. How about that? What's up, Rocket Man?
Rocket Man joining us. Maybe. Some other news. SmackDown from last week. Wade Barrett was in his home country. He was in his own country, in England, took on Randy Orton, and it was a real good match. And I think Ray Barrett poked Orton in the eye and got him in a roll-up pin for a victory. That was a big win for Ray Barrett. And this past Monday, they were at the captains competed against each other with their teammates on their side, and things got out of control. Now, Wade Barrett and Randy Orton will face each other one more time before Survivor Series. It will be tomorrow night.
Well, which was actually Tuesday night.
Yeah.
They recorded on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So it gives them a nice rest. Gives them some rest before the pay-per-view.
If I'm on SmackDown, then that's good. I just get the taping, and then I rest for the rest of the week. That's just great. Monday
Well,
is
same thing on Mondays.
No, their shows are live, unless it's overseas. Unless it's
but still, I mean, they're doing it Tuesday night, so it's live on Tuesday night. So they get Wednesday, Thursday, and they have to be in the pay-per-view place no later than Friday.
Yeah.
Oh. So they're there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for all the things that happen, on Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
And, for the fans and all that shit.
I mean, regardless, there's going to be, like, for example, maybe Raw is live on one night, then, on the same night SmackDown do like a non-taping show. But we know that the Monday shows, they're all live. SmackDown, they all tape, and then it's on Friday. They just do. Sometimes they have two shows on the same night. They have one on the one night and then one night later or whatever. They can afford it. They got the big bucks. So this Survivor Series is this coming Sunday, and Rocket Man is mentioning that he's going to actually be at Survivor Series this coming Monday. Oh, so you must be near New York City. That's pretty cool.
Rocket Man's going to go?
Yeah, he's going to actually be
there. Hey, Rocket Man, if you go, man, do me a favor. Take some pictures of the new Madison Square Garden for me, please. I'm dying to see what it looks like.
And there was already history being made at Madison Square Garden just a couple of days ago. Coach K got his 903rd win.
Yeah, I know. How about that?
He's now the winningest head coach in college basketball.
I know. We didn't even mention it on the show today. How about that shit?
And now more history will be made at Survivor Series. So I want to thank CM Punk for putting an end to that Michael Cole challenge, because that was just absurd.
That was killer.
That was just absurd. And Jim Ross, don't ever do that again. Don't ever.
I think Michael Cole needs to get the flock out of there for a little while.
He's annoying, but he gets that reaction. I'm telling you.
I can't stand him.
Look, I
thought maybe he was going on vacation.
That's what WWE wants. He's the bad guy. He's annoying, and yet
I want him to go on vacation for a while. Bring back freaking JR. I like listening to JR. It's familiar. It's comfortable.
It's comfortable.
It is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Familiar.
Even though he'd be like, "Oh, it's gonna be a slobber knocker."
I don't care. I can hear him say slobber knocker 100 fucking times. Wouldn't bother me one bit.
All right. So next week on Raw, Jonah Hill is going to be a guest host for the Raw Super Show.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
That would be the night after Survivor Series.
Right.
So Jonah Hill will be on Raw next week. So in about 4 minutes or so, we're gonna have our guest of the evening, Leva Bates, all the way from Florida. We're gonna talk to her about her wrestling career and what she's got coming up. WWE 12, the video games coming out, I believe next week. Everybody is, video game lovers out there, so anticipated. So I've seen the graphics, I've seen the videos. It's a lot of great stuff. If you're a video game fan, go get that game, WWE 12, with Randy Orton on the cover. But if you pre-order it on WWEshop.com or THQ's website, you can have The Rock on the game as a playable character. So Andrew, he's obviously going to get it. I probably will get it once I get the PlayStation 3 first. I'll probably get that on Christmas or something. I'm still having a PlayStation 2, believe it or not. Excuse me for not getting caught up in the video game world, but yeah, you get the idea. Later on, on the show, we're gonna have our pay-per-view picks for Survivor Series, and I'm gonna recap the TNA Turning Point pay-per-view. And that's pretty much all we got coming up in the second half of the show. And just a friendly reminder before Lever calls in. Um, Triple Threat Wrestling Radio will be on Wednesday next week. Thanksgiving is next Thursday.
Is Thanksgiving next Thursday already?
Yes, next Thursday.
Holy shit.
So I'm going to be doing the show on Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Nobody on ITMI Radio is on Wednesday, so...
except for me. But I'm not on this Wednesday. I am on... No, I'm off on Wednesday.
Yeah, off on Wednesday. So are you going to be...
I might do the show after you, though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I got to talk to Sean. I didn't even think about it. Because I don't need to be where I need to be on Wednesday because it's the day before Thanksgiving. I don't think we're doing anything that day. So I might as well do a show. I don't know. I'm going to talk to Sean about it.
If I'm doing the... I'm definitely going to do the show. I'm thinking about going 2 hours.
Well, let me know what the hell you're going to do.
I'm doing 2 hours, man. So
you're going to do 2 hours of wrestling talk?
Yeah. I think I'm going to do it. It's a special occasion, day before Thanksgiving. I may get maybe 1 or 2 more interviews on there. So I'm definitely planning on going 2 hours. It's the only show I'm doing up the week. Not doing chilling on November 26th. But there will be chilling with Jeff and Kennedy this coming Saturday on the 19th. So just a friendly reminder, Triple Threat Wrestling Radio, 7 to 9 Eastern, next Wednesday, when there will be no wrestling show on Thursday. And I'll keep y'all posted on that. And our special guest is calling in right now. Let me go ahead and add her to the conference here. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest at this time is from Florida. She is a cartoon character in real life. Her name is Leva Bates, one half of We Generation X, joining us right now on Triple Threat Wrestling Radio. Good evening, Leva.
Hi, how's it going?
Doing real good. How are you?
I'm all right. Pretty good.
Thank you so much for being our guest this evening, and I hope you liked the introduction.
I did very much. I felt so important.
That's exactly what I want. I want the guest to be out there, you know. Just wanted to feel comfortable, you know. Feel at ease, you know. But
well, you succeeded.
Perfect. So Leva, why don't you go ahead and tell the listeners a little bit about yourself and how did your wrestling career got started?
Okay. Well, I'm Leva. I'm pretty much I call a shoot geek. I'm like that in real life, and I decided there's not enough geeks in wrestling, you know, like cool geeks in wrestling. So I kind of decided I'm going to do that. This is what I'm going to do. So I decided to take who I am and, you know, that's the same Spinal Tap, turn it up to 11. So that's kind of what I do. I live in Orlando, Florida. I train with Bubba and Devon at Team 3D Academy here in Kissimmee, Florida. Been wrestling for a really long time. I'm going to say 5 years. Has it been that long already? So it kind of goes by so quickly. But yeah, I've kind of been all over, you know, in the country. I got to go to Mexico. If you've probably seen me on either Shimmer or WSU. Yay! Or maybe my very rare brief stint on TNA when I did the Kong Challenge many moons ago. So yeah, so that's who I am.
All right. So what was that like being trained by the Dudley Boys, who's arguably one of the greatest tag teams of all time? What was the best advice they ever gave you?
Oh, God. They give so much good advice because they've been there. They've been everywhere. You know, they started from, you know, ground zero and just went all the way to the top, and they've seen it all. So it's just to have someone, in your corner and instructing you and just telling you what, wrestling and the business and how people are. It's just so eye-opening, and they want you to go out there and learn from your mistakes, but God, it's just learning so much from them. You kind of know, all right, I shouldn't do this, or this is what I should do when I walk into a locker room, to be respectful, or it's just they're so smart on, like, not just the wrestling side, but the business side, and what goes on a stage as well as backstage. So it's just really, really awesome to, have that kind of knowledge at your not fingertips, but available to you. Also, they've been all over the world, so sometimes it's awesome to get them off on a tangent, and they'll just start telling you stories. But, yeah, when we were in Japan, we did this, or, we were doing this one time, and or, back in the WWE days, like, Devon's great at, like, if you can get him going, he'll just talk. And you'll just, like, hear all sorts of the craziest stories, either with them involved or even not involved. They're just like, oh, yeah, he used to do this all the time. What? It's so awesome to hear, their experiences and share it with them. So it's really cool. Really cool. They kind of, they even tag team their training, like the way Devon he teaches more of the beginner class. He teaches more of the moves. Definitely, like, he's the mat wrestler guy, the chain wrestling guy. So he's definitely the one that gets in there with you and rolls around and really, like, stretches you and, toughens you out a little bit, and also teaches you things, just like the art of moving with inside, the four ropes, And then, when you move on to the advanced class, you have Bubba there, and he just has such an amazing mind for psychology and storytelling. And that's when you really get to, like, the meats and potatoes of how to create a match. Because you get all the moves from, Devon, and then, Bubba teaches you how to place them and where to place them, and, what kind of story are you telling, and this is, basically an outline of the match, here's what your meat and potatoes, now you can add your own garnish to it, So it's really rewarding to have those two sides, because a lot of times you have only one trainer, or, like, trainers that do the similar things. You don't really have, like, that broad aspect. So it's really cool, like, how they do that. Like, you may, for a while, especially if you start off, like, when you start off at their school, you may not see Bubba for first, like, several months of training, because you're only with Devon, because Devon does the beginner class. And then when you graduate up to the advanced class, that's when you get, but you'll see Devon less, It's really cool how they tag team that, because they know their strengths, they know their weaknesses, they know, all right, here's what we're going to do to make this more efficient as a school and as, a learning experience. That's really, really cool.
That's definitely cool. I do have a question in the chat room from Brownie Master. He always does this to me, so I'm just gonna get it out the way. First, he says hello to you, and
Hi.
and second is he wants to know what do you consider as your greatest matches you've been a part of?
Oh, wow. What is my greatest match? There's some that are more fun than others. And then there's others, I think, wow, I really like how I did that. I really like the performance in this match. Wow, so which one would be my greatest? Right now, I wish I could see it. The thing is, I haven't seen it, so all this stuff I did, I hope it came out really well, but I haven't got to see it yet. I'm really, really proud of the tag match I did with Danger and I when we took on the Night Dynasty. And volume, I think it was 40, because I was really, pulling out some stuff there, and I loved the way we all, connected, and, I really like how, I didn't really like the finish, but you always want to win, right? But I really enjoyed doing that match. Like, I love wrestling the Knights. They're just awesome to wrestle, and they don't hold back, and it's balls to the wall, and I loved it. So in most recent history, off the top of my head, I guess that's probably one of my more favorite matches. Though way earlier this year, I did a fun one with Amy Love in Jacksonville, Florida, that just got me tickled. I decided to become like a tiny little stone cold in the middle of the ring, and it was one of the more fun I've ever had. It was just us going out there, and just, if we entertain ourselves, I'm sure other people will be entertained, right? But no, I think they were. People really seemed to like that match a lot. I haven't really got to see that one either, so I need people to send me these matches so I can see myself. See if they look as good as they felt, But I can say those two are really high up. Oh, yeah, God, there's so many good matches. Like, because I'm thinking about like the ones I recently did at Shimmer. Those are really good too. I'm pretty, I'm not picky.
Well put. This past week, you was at the MLW tapings, and that was your first ever MLW tapings you've been a part of. Of course, you've been at Slamming Ladies on many occasions. What was it like being at MLW, and how many matches were you a part of?
It was a lot of fun. I know they were really, really nervous because we had 26 matches that day with all the girls there. So they're like, all right, we're going to start early. We may be there super, super late. We got done by 6. It was awesome. We were just, all of us girls were on top of it. And it was like, well-oiled machine. It really, really was. Mm-hmm. So we were all impressed with ourselves by able to keep in the parameters, within the time, where it wasn't so ridiculous, and still had, oh wow, we actually have an evening we can go out to actually eat at a sit-down restaurant and not, go to a fast food place, because everything else is closed, and so that was really, really cool. It was a lot of fun. Like at this taping, we had, Danger and I were there, so we got to do a little Regeneration X action. Mischief is there, Mia Svensson, Angel Orsini, just all sorts of awesome people, Santana G, all sorts of cool girls from all over. And it's so funny because Santana's from Orlando too, so I'm like, I love it how I haven't seen you in like a month or two, but then, we have to fly to Memphis to finally, see each other. I was actually a part of 2 matches, just for this time because I am, brand spanking new to this company. But they were awesome matches. I loved it. I did a tag match with Danger. We got to, rock out our Iron Man gear. That was a lot of fun. And then the one I just loved was I did one with a singles match with Mischief. That was so much fun. I loved that one. That one made me really happy. Well, for the most part. But yeah, I pulled out the Ghostbusters costume for that one, and because she's all hellish and fiendish and ghoulish, I could told her I said I was gonna bust her.
Now,
I like that to make myself laugh.
Hey, you do whatever. I'm just having fun. I'm just having a lot of fun. So, my next question for you is, as far as what's your thoughts about the Divas and the Knockouts? And I know you did a TNA tryout recently or not too long ago, but I want to ask you, and I always ask all guests about the Divas and the Knockouts, and what's your takes on both sides, and how you feel about the direction that both companies are going with their female wrestlers?
For the most part, I wish we can get away. And then technically, it's not necessarily the company's fault. A lot of times, there's other factors like network factors or big honcho guys, like Money Man, that make you do this. But I want to get away from, less sex. Don't get me wrong, I think sex, there's a place for sex, in wrestling, but I want to get away from everyone has to look certain this way, and you got to be this size, and we're only going to hire, people who are more pretty as opposed to talented. You know what I mean? I wish we could break away, because the thing is, even if, all right, I'm going to go off topic here. If you go to like a porn site, they're all not the same type. You know what I mean? There's just different flavors for different types. So I don't see why we can't do that in wrestling. You know what I mean? Why does everyone have to fit a certain exact mold within wrestling? Because there are different types. You have people who want, bigger, shorter, taller, smaller, like, I'm not saying there isn't a place for it, but I think we need to focus more on story and character and storytelling and actual wrestling. Heaven forbid, because I don't know. I in 2 minutes, really, out of a 3-hour show, that's all you can get.
Yeah,
that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable to me. And I get it. There's things that you have to do, and certain things that have to get in. But the fact that you're not showing respect, to this gender and to this side of wrestling at all, and it's sad, it's because there's so much potential that could be done within women's wrestling, and I just don't think it's being tapped completely. I did hear, I guess it's airing tonight, that there was a 10-woman gauntlet. I obviously haven't got to see it yet, but I'm interested in seeing that, because that one sounds really cool. I hope it's as cool as it sounds. I don't know if, I don't really read spoilers or anything, and I don't really get to catch up. I'm way behind on watching wrestling, to be honest, because I'm never home. And so it sits on my DVR, and I try to get to it if I can, but after a while, I'm like, uh-oh, I'm at 99%. All right, well, this is from last month. I guess I'll delete it and just try to, watch the next couple ones, So I don't get to watch it as much, but I try to keep up with at least what's going on in the current, trends. But I just think there's so much, It's not keeping my interest, but again, everyone has, an opinion. So some people may like this, but I would like to see more. I think there's so much more that's just untapped, you know what I mean? And there's so much more talent out there that it's just sad to see, some people that should be on TV right now who are amazing, like the Sarah Del Rey's, why is she not on TV? You know what I mean? She's gorgeous. She's absolutely phenomenally, talented. There's no reason, you know what I mean? Why she shouldn't be on TV. So there's so much out there, that we're missing,
I definitely hear you on that one. I have 2 more questions I want to ask you. This next to last question is, obviously, you are known for your many, many costumes. What are your favorite costumes you like to wear inside the ring?
Wow. Okay. I mean, I seriously have so many. What do I like to wear the best?
Or just to say your top 3. Your top 3.
All right. Okay. One of my favorites, I don't know, I probably won't be able to, use this one, except for, because I've already used it in Shimmer, and it's just, unless we're tagging, and, I mean, it makes sense, but it makes better sense as a tag, but I really, really, really loved how the Marty McFly came out. I loved that costume, because I was seriously, sewing. I would pop in Back to the Future, and I would just sew, and oh crap, his shoes do this. Okay, and I would make down a mental note, all right, so I get, the white Nikes with the red check, so I didn't either make those or find those, I would keep watching the films and just trying to oh, okay, I need this. Ooh, that'd be really cool if I can, maybe, do this in the match because he does that, So that one was a lot of fun because when I don't just wear the costume, I try to incorporate the character or catchphrases or something, something, that goes with that. Like when I do the Chung Li, I mean, I do lots of kicks anyway, but I always do even a more ridiculous amount of kicks. That's actually, I enjoy that one. That's not my favorite, but that's one of the more, like, if I get booked or something, that'll be more of the ones I get requested for. Like, hey, can you bring the Chung Li? We really want you to, do that one. Oh, okay. What are some of my favorites? I'm just trying to remember what all I have. I think one of my favorites might have been my Michael Myers from because I always do a Halloween slasher. Every year for Halloween, not actually on Halloween, but right close to Halloween, I do slasher gear. So I've done, Jason, I've been Freddy, then Michael Myers, and this year it was Ghostface. The Michael Myers actually got the mask and poked like holes for my pigtails. I saw like the tiniest like Michael Myers with pigtails. I don't know, that made me laugh really hard.
We've I'm definitely gonna have you back on again in the very near future. And this is only a 1 hour show, and we are running short of time. But
Okay.
I might as well get to the last question and get to the station ID stuff. Where can people hear more from you? Go ahead and promote your links.
Do what?
Go ahead and promote your links, your website and stuff.
Oh, go ahead. Okay. Well, you can find me on Twitter. I'm Wrestling Leva on Twitter. I try to do that. That one for me is the most easiest to do. So if you need to find me, like, hey, Leva, I'm there. I have actually, it's a brand new site. It's still about maybe a month or two old, maybe 2 months old. It's www.levabates.mixform.com. It's still under construction, but there's some stuff up. I'm really good about keeping the news articles updated. It's pretty much like the stuff I'll tweet. But if you're like, oh crap, I can't find that tweet, you can pretty much find that in my news articles, like the important stuff, like, hey, I'm doing this interview at 8:30. Here's a link, or stuff like that. I do have a Facebook fan page. It's Leva Bates, and then in parentheses the official FB page. I'm on there. I'm on Google Plus. Just look up Leva Bates on Google Plus, and I think that's it. I have a MySpace. I try to delete it. I don't know if it deleted or not. I don't know. It's frustrating, so I don't use it anymore.
Yeah, MySpace is pretty much dead at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of a graveyard. It's nothing but like spam, like, weirdos.
And music people are trying to, say, come listen to my music. Yeah. MySpace is pretty much irrelevant at this point. Now, before I let you go, I asked all guests to do this. It's like a station ID. It's like a voice drop. So all I want you to do is say your name, and right after you say your name, you say you are listening to Triple Threat Wrestling Radio.
All right, here we go. You ready for me?
Go right ahead.
All right. Hi, this is Leva Bates, and you're listening to Triple Threat Radio.
That's Triple Threat. Triple Threat
Wrestling
Radio.
Wrestling, didn't I? Crap. Okay.
That's all
One
right.
more time.
All right.
One more time. Okay. Hi, this is Leva Bates, and you're listening to Triple Threat Wrestling Radio.
Perfect. I
Yay!
gotta say, I wish I can keep this interview going, but like I said, I'm running short on time.
No. I run long, so feel free to anytime if you need to cut me off, cut me off.
I didn't want to be rude or anything. You just keep going.
Oh, no, you're great.
Thank you so much, Leva. Good talking to you. Like I said, I'd love to have you back on again.
I'll be back.
Definitely. Thank you for your time. Best of success goes out to you, and you have a good night.
All right, thank you so much. Have a good night, too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. That was Leva Bates, ladies and gentlemen. Had a good time. I wish I can keep the interview going, but it's only a 1 hour show. My bad, folks. My bad. I'm just going to go ahead and get to the short TNA Turning Point recap, and then we'll get to our Survivor Series picks. YBE defeated Eric Young to win the TV title. Mexican America defeated Inc. Incorporated to retain the tag team titles. Austin Aries defeated Kid Cash and Jesse Sourcine to retain the X Division title. RVD defeated Christopher Daniels. Crimson and Matt Morgan that ended in a double disqualification. Mr. Anderson and Abyss defeated Scott Steiner and Bully Ray, which trained Leva, by the way. Gail Kim defeated Velvet Sky to become the new Knockout Champion. Oh, and get a load of this, Jeff. The Battle of the Jeffs. Jeff Hardy defeated Jeff Jarrett not once, not twice, but 3 times.
What?
Yes. It
What
wasn't.
the hell is that about?
Well, Jeff Hardy beat him like in a matter of seconds. And then Jeff Jarrett demanded to have a rematch. He gets a rematch. Jeff Hardy defeats him again. And as Jeff Hardy was about to leave, he gets attacked from behind by Jeff Jarrett, demands one more match, and the bell rings, and then Jeff Hardy defeats him a 3rd time.
3 strikes and you're out, dude.
Yeah, 3 strikes and you're out. And the main event, Bobby Roode defeated AJ Styles to retain the TNA Impact Heavyweight title.
So is TNA moving into younger and getting rid of these old guys or what?
That remains to be seen now that they have Ohio Valley Wrestling.
I'm not really following it, so.
That remains to be seen because, well, they got the Ohio Valley Wrestling developmental system. That's a lot of young wrestlers on there, and they may move their way up to the roster. And Andrew mentioned Jesse Neal for Inc. Incorporated got released by TNA this past week. So maybe that's a sign of maybe they may, start getting some young guys out there. Who knows? Build some new talent. So let's go ahead and, that was a very short TNA portion of the show. I had a great time with Leva. She's cool, We're going to go ahead and get the Survivor Series picks right now.
Better hurry up. We got 6 minutes to go.
All right. Zack Ryder taking on John Morrison for the United States title.
I like to see John Morrison win, but it depends on when that match is.
I think either way, I'm gonna go with Dolph Ziggler. I think for some reason they're gonna let him beat Morrison, and then Zack Ryder will be the one being the new champion. It'll be a good match, but I'm going with.
I like to see
Ziggler.
Morrison win, but I think you're absolutely right, so I'm going that way.
Yeah.
But I'd still like to see Morrison win.
All right. Divas Championship
Go
match.
in the hole! Oh, man.
Divas Championship match. It is Eve Torres versus Beth Phoenix.
I want to see Eve win, but I think Beth Phoenix is going to break her like a pretzel.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Beth Phoenix as well.
Me too.
Let's see. Another match. Team Barrett versus Team Orton. Now, I'm not going to go through the names because we want to.
You don't have to. I want to go with Team Orton. I can't believe I'm doing that, but Team Barrett sucks.
I'm going to go with Team Orton as well. Let's see. We got 3 more matches left. Mark Henry versus The Big Show for the World Heavyweight Championship. Who you got?
I don't know. Is the ring going to collapse again or what, dude?
I hope not.
That match should be the last fucking match of the night.
No, that's not. It's not going to be the last match.
I know it's not going to be, but it should be just in case that ring collapses again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that would make sense, but they're not the top stars.
I'd like to see the Big Show win that son of a bitch.
I'm gonna go with Big Show too.
I don't think they're gonna let him. I think they're gonna let freaking Mark Henry win.
Mark Henry has had a good one, but I think it's time to, get a more entertaining
I like
champion.
to see Big Show win the son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Big Show.
Me too. He's more people friendly than.
He's more people friendly.
He is.
He's a friendly big dude.
He is. It's like a big old teddy bear.
All right, CM Punk versus Alberto Del Rio for the WWE Championship.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. CM Punk.
I'm going to go with... I'll go with Del Rio.
I can't stand that prick Del Rio, and I can't stand that prick Punk. But you're making me pick, and I like the the Punk less than I like the Puerto Rican.
The lesser of two bad guys.
Or the Mexican, however you want to call him.
And don't forget WWE.com exclusive. Michael Cole says he plans on suing CM Punk from the beatdown he gotten.
Good.
You okay with?
Oh, I'm glad Punk did that to Cole.
No,
Cole deserved it.
No, what I was asking is, are you about Michael Cole suing Punk?
Michael Cole's gonna sue Punk. Punk's gonna do it to his other arm. Then Cole's not gonna have any arms to sign anything.
He's not gonna be. He's a commentator. He's not gonna be writing things down anyway. All right, main event.
He won't be able to sign the lawsuit agreement.
Oh yeah, that is true. Main event: Walking Cena versus Awesome Truth.
I gotta go with The Rock and Cena. I think they're gonna beat the crap out of those two guys, and then they're gonna turn on each other and beat the crap out of each other, and give you a little preview for what's coming at WrestleMania.
I think we all agree on that one. Going with Walking Cena. So, and that was the.
Although maybe Rock and Cena fall apart at the beginning, and Miz and Truth win. That's oh god.
I can't even think of it. I can't think.
Cena turns on Rock.
Yeah.
And the Rock and I think either that or the Rock bottom Cena at the end, and all three of those guys are laying there on their backs, all rock bottom.
I mean, a lot of people are waiting for Cena to be turning heel at some point. Maybe this is it. I think Cena and Rock gonna win the match, and then Cena. That may be his heel turn. Maybe.
I don't think he's gonna turn heel. Do you really think so?
I mean, he's gonna have to at some point.
Way.
At some point, but because of that Rise Above Hate and that whole good guy stuff, I don't see that happening.
No, it's not gonna happen. So what they're gonna do is That's why I think the Rock is gonna rock bottom Cena, and Cena,
I still see Cena attacking Rock after the match, but I don't expect a immediate heel turn. Until he probably gets a new shirt that kind of reflects on him being a bad guy. Rise Above Hate pretty much means he's a
Why are they? They're not gonna make Cena a bad guy.
Maybe just not.
No, they're not gonna because they're bringing Orton as a good guy now, and they changed whatchamacallit, Milk Toast Boy into a good guy now.
Sheamus.
Yeah, all those guys. You knew who I was talking about. So I don't think they're gonna do that.
And on that note, we about to get on out of here. Just a reminder before we get on out of here, Triple Threat Wrestling Radio is on Wednesday next week due to Thanksgiving. Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C. That's coming Saturday, 9 p.m., 6 p.m. Central. 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central. So there you have it. We're done.
Woohoo!
Well, it'll be 2 hours. Because it's just it's an occasion. So we're about to get on out of here. Thank you to Leva Bates. I wish I could have that interview last forever, but due to circumstances, couldn't. Thank you everyone for listening. You all have a good night, and see you next Wednesday on Triple Threat Wrestling Radio. Good night, everybody.
Peace out, bitches.